for this video, you guys. Obviously, I'm not in the Philippines right now. I know the title says otherwise, but I have held on to this footage for like 2 years. How long has it been? So the last time I went to the Philippines was January 2020, just before COVID hit the world basically. I remember the first time we were even hearing about COVID was while I was in the Philippines. It was pretty wild. But yes, I have held on to this footage ever since then, and I always intended to make a vlog out of my Philippines trip, but I was not confident back then. I wish I was more confident to actually upload a vlog. I feel like I was just too scared. If you don't already know, I love traveling. I started my YouTube channel with travel videos. I just want to travel the world and take my camera with me. I love travel videos, and Atta right now, coincidentally, he is all the way he's currently in Spain, and he should be coming home soon, so I'm really excited. But he's in Spain and I'm just getting the biggest travel bug. So I thought this would be a perfect video. It's gonna be a little bit different. It's kind of a vlog slash a story time. Anyways, I'm just rambling. I'm gonna jump into the video. I went through the footage so I could like spark some memories, and this is what I love about recording my life, is that all the memories that I have in my hard drive with my family, it's amazing. It's like how my mum has filmed our whole childhood and we've got footage of it, and it's so nostalgic. This is why I love vlogging so much. I'm excited. So, January 2020, I went to the Philippines with my mum, dad, my brother, my sister-in-law, and my 2 little nephews. I love family trips, so the fact that half of my family were there is like already 10 out of 10. So day 1, we arrived in Manila, of course. That's the capital city of the Philippines. And I remember this was like the first time I got this lens, actually. I think I'm using the same lens. And I was just testing out my camera and I was just filming everything. I really wanted to capture like the ambiance of where we're at. And if you guys have traveled the Philippines, or if you've gone to like Asia in general, traffic is a huge part of your experience. So I just remember filming the jeepneys and yeah, just all the traffic around me. It was nighttime, it was really cool. We got to the hotel and there was a rooftop bar at the top of the hotel, and this is like one of the core memories that I remember from that trip, was being on that rooftop with my family.
Philippines, we're here finally.
This is cool. And I was with my dad, and I remember just asking him, what do you miss about the Philippines?
Lifestyle. 11 o'clock, 12 o'clock, people still wandering around. Seems they have no problem enjoying nighttime. In Australia, 7 o'clock, sleep.
Such a cool experience, and I love that I got to capture that. And even my brother, him and I were like just so excited to be in the Philippines with my parents, because we've been to the Philippines many times before, but the last time we traveled...
How long na? Di nakabalik dito na?
I thought it was 18 years.
Shit.
How old was I, 16?
Yeah.
I just remember zooming into all the buildings and the city life of Manila. There was some guys doing construction, and I swear it was midnight. Anyways, the next day we went to Cebu. We had to obviously take a plane because the Philippines has a bunch of islands. Someone's texting me. It's Atta. He's telling me he'll be home on Monday night. I'm so excited. Okay. Sorry, anyways, getting distracted. So yeah, we had to fly from Manila to Cebu. Where are we? In Cebu. What about you, Taryn? Where are we? Cebu? And what I remember most about Cebu is we did a bunch of touristy things, and we didn't even get to go to all of it because the tours we did were very much family friendly. We had my nephews there, but there's things like the Kawasan Falls that we didn't get to go to. But nonetheless, we went to a bunch of touristy places. So the first place we went to was called Sirao Garden. I hope I'm saying it right. They had a bunch of views. It's very Instagrammable. You can take a bunch of photos. You can see all the hills. So yeah, it's a really cool photo spot. Everywhere you turn, everyone's taking photos. That's scary. So the first place we've just arrived at is called Sirao. Basically, it's like a place where everyone just takes photos, as you can see by the video, and by everyone around me just taking photos everywhere because there's just so much random stuff. But I remember specifically my dad like getting on a horse statue. My dad, everyone. But my favorite part wasn't the garden itself. That's all nice and dandy. But what I really remember was across the road from that place was a bunch of stalls. And I remember just getting coconut juice. And that was my favorite part. I love seeing like the real life lifestyle moments. And we were talking to the lady there. She was so lovely and I just remember filming it. So I have really cool shots of her just preparing our coconut for us. Coconut drink. After that, we then traveled to the Temple of Leah or Temple of Leah. Where are we going next, Leah?
Temple of Leah.
Basically, the story behind this tourist attraction is that there was this businessman and he basically constructed this place and dedicated it to his late wife, Leah. They were together for like 54 years. The construction was very Roman-inspired architecture, so it was really beautiful. It didn't even feel like you were in the Philippines, so I just loved the architecture. And probably my favorite moment that I captured while we were there is my youngest nephew slapping my other nephew. I don't know if it was funny at the time, but it's very funny now. We are at the Temple of Leah. Mom, do you like it?
Yes.
Where are we going next?
I don't know.
And then the third stop we went that day, oh my gosh, it was such a jam-packed day, but the third spot we went was to the Taoist temple. I was super pooped at this point. Smile, Dad. Dad's tired. This place is called the Taoist temple. Hey, Kuya. We're gonna go eat. We're gonna go eat. We're gonna go eat. We're gonna go eat. My favorite memory from that moment was I think we were walking down the stairs and my dad saw like some trees with some fruit.
Oh,
What?
that's fruit.
Did you used to collect that when you were a little boy?
Yeah.
Used to climb the trees?
Yes.
He was trying to like pull one of the fruits and then my mum and then we left and we were just so tired. We had a van which transported us to all these different places, so we were just in the van for a lot of the time. And here's some footage of my brother just absolutely wrecked. It was such a long day. Like, you guys know how traveling's like, especially when you're doing the touristy tours. At this point, we still had 2 or 3 places to go. So we first ended up at a local beach, which was really cool. We were the only tourists there. And then we happened to randomly sneak into this resort and the kids were just swimming. So now we're here at Plantation Bay, I think it's called. And we literally just walked in and just jumped into the pool. Kuya, go.
Try to.
Dad, go. Sharon, go! Change of clothes, but we now have one more stop. We're going to the 10,000 flowers. Look at my mom! The last spot we went to was called 10,000 flowers, and when you first get there, it doesn't look as exciting as you would expect it to be because you just see at a distance a bunch of lit up flowers. But the moment you're in there and you're close up to these flowers, it's actually really cool. And then we finished the day off with some McDonald's, of course. Who wants McDonald's?
That toys.
You want McDonald's, Taryn?
Yeah.
In the Philippines, we call it Macdo. That's like the way you say it. You know how like in Australia, we call it Macca's. In the Philippines, it's like standard to have chicken and rice as part of the menu. Rice. The next day was much more chill. It was like a shopping day for us. I love shopping in the Philippines. I love markets in general. It's so much fun. It's just the experience of it.
Amazing.
I love this store.
Maybe 10, 11.
today was a really lazy day. It's our second full day in Cebu. We just spent the whole day shopping. I just got these undefeated Nikes for Atta. In Manila, if I went to Green Hills Market, these types of shoes would have been 800 pesos, which is around like $20 to $30. But here it was like 2,000 pesos. So that's way more expensive. The next thing that I bought were these fake Air Force Ones. I'm still gonna buy the originals, but I just thought that I'd buy this so I can just wear it on this trip. This was 800 pesos, so around $25, and I bought these shoes. I got my favorite pair of heels from there, and I still wear them. Like, I literally wore them 2 days ago when I went out for dinner. And that night specifically, we were actually meant to see Jokoi, the comedian, if you guys know him. He's like on Netflix and stuff, but we didn't get to see him. We were actually meant to go see Jokoi. He was having a concert here in Cebu, but it got cancelled because of the volcano eruption. So yeah, unfortunately we didn't get to go. The next day we went on to a boat to travel to Bohol. It's an island off Cebu. I wonder how long it would have taken us. Cebu to Bohol. We took a ferry and it was a 3-hour ferry. I don't remember it being 3 hours. I could have sworn it was like 30 minutes. Anyways, apparently we went on a ferry. We got to Bohol, and the first place we went to was the Tarsier sanctuary. I hope I'm saying that right.
Tarsier.
But yeah, this place was basically the home to so many cute little Tarsiers, I don't know. But they kind of look like King Julian from Madagascar. They remind me of them, but I don't think they're the same species. But they're these cute little animals, and they have these huge eyes.
Their eyes is bigger than their brain. They can turn their head 180 degrees side by side, total of 360.
It's so small. Look how small this Coke is. This is literally how small the Tarsiers were. They're like a hand size, and then the babies are like a thumb. And then we went to the Chocolate Hills, and basically it's this place in Bohol. It's kind of like a lookout, but the view is of 1,000+ hills, and then in certain seasons these hills turn brown, hence the name Chocolate Hills. And then we went on a like river cruise. So we were on a boat. They had a kitchen on the boat. They had live music on the boat. Oh, I love live music. And we're just cruising down the river. That was actually a really fun time, but yeah, I don't know where all my footage went. So at this point, we have been in the Philippines for 6 days, a week, and our next stop was Boracay. I love Boracay. This was my second time in Boracay. We stayed at the Henan Beach Lagoon Resort. All those resorts have like the best pools. My nephews loved it because they're like super good at swimming. I can't swim. But yeah, Boracay was super relaxing. I swear we didn't even do much. All we did was just walk on the beach, eat mango ice cream, and then we would just come back to the resort and go into the pool. So yeah, that was all we did in Boracay. Boracay is just the chillest place ever.
Hello.
Hello, Mango.
Hello, Mango. Last day to die.
After Boracay, we hopped on a plane and we went back to Manila, and we drove to Bulacan, which is about like 1 hour to 3 hours depending on traffic away from Manila. So yeah, we went to Bulacan because that's actually like the hometown of my cousins. They happened to be in the Philippines at the same time that we were. They're actually from Darwin, so it was really cool that we were all there at the same time. The more family, the better. It was just really fun. My favorite part of being in Bulacan, and I want Atta to experience this specifically. I can't wait to bring him one day and so he can see what it's like in the province. But yeah, the best part was just sitting in my cousin's backyard with their cousins from the other side and just hanging out with them and talking to them. I think that's a huge part of the Filipino culture, is like tambayan, hanging out. So those type of experiences I really cherish.
Takipo, takupe.
Takipo, takupe. To me, that's like the whole point of traveling, is being exposed to those experiences. And then you get to meet people from like different walks of life, and they're just so happy and grateful for everything they have, and it's very inspiring. So yeah, that was a cool note to end the Philippines trip. Anyways, that is all. That is my little story time of my Philippines trip. I miss it so much. I miss traveling in general. I just want to take you guys and travel around the world. That's honestly what I want to do. Mind you, after the Philippines, my parents and I met my sister in Bali. So I have like a full Bali kind of vlog, but I just never uploaded it. I might do a similar video with my Bali footage, but anyways, for now, this was my Philippines vlog. I hope you guys enjoyed that. It's a little bit different. But yeah, thank you for watching. Travel, travel. I love traveling.